FD. And this morning we're joined by Rockstar Arms, Natalie Dow. Good morning, Nat.
Hi guys, great to be here in person.
My God, we missed you last week.
Yes.
But last week we had Minister Ong Ye Kung, and were you in town last week?
Yes, I was, so I got bumped for
Well, he is a minister, so when
fair
you
enough.
become a minister, we'll bump somebody else off.
Someone told me you were out of town. I think maybe they're just making an excuse in case I say something.
Possibly.
But it's great to have you, on the show today, and we'll be talking about everything fitness.
Yes, we'll be talking about how people are getting inspiration from social media to work out. So we're going to be talking about what the biggest trends are out there and how to spot the fakes as well. Please tell us about that as well later on, right?
There's some bad ones out there.
I'm sure there are. Because you see so many people there, they're working out, they look so fit, they've got their abs, they've got their arms and all that. And then it's so easy to believe that you doing what they do will make you look like that as well.
Exactly right. And it's just, there's just so much fake stuff out there and body shopping and people just trying to sell things really at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. So lots to be wary of.
Consistency is key.
Yes.
I want to look like Nat.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to look like that.
Yeah, for sure.
How consistent are you, Nat? You are so disciplined.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell everyone how many times a week you run.
Yeah, introduce us.
You
know?
love running the most, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm a lazy exerciser, so put on my shoes and go for me is easy. 6 times a week running and then 3 to 4 times in the gym. But, it was pouring yesterday morning. I still went. So it's just, getting off your butt and going, I think.
But what actually got you onto this fitness journey? Because you were in the corporate world, weren't you? And what made you give that up to become who you are today?
Yes, yeah, it was a lot of travel. I was working for a global consulting firm, but I was that crazy person that would be flying to the US, getting up at 5 a.m. running and bringing a protein bar to my all-day meeting.
Oh, right, so you were always fit.
I was always fit, but then just, had enough of getting on planes, so decided if I don't do it now, I'm going to be 60 and still wishing I did it.
Yeah.
Now when you go on planes, it's for pleasure.
Yes.
You're on the way to a beautiful holiday.
Or a race.
Or race. Yeah.
Speaking of races, you're taking part in a marathon very soon in Australia.
Yes, so Gold Coast Marathon. I think entries open on the 15th.
Of February?
Of February.
Which is a couple of days away.
Yes, and amazing. There's so many Singaporeans that come down to it, so it's a fantastic atmosphere, great race, really flat, a really good marathon for people who are beginners to do, and a really good one if you want to set a personal best as well.
And the weather's really good at that time of the year, isn't it?
Nice and cool, great atmosphere, fantastic.
And it's the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
It can't get better than that,
Any
can it?
excuse at all. Well, we're going to continue the conversation with Natalie on our YouTube channel. You can watch us. The Big Show TV is on youtube.com/Kiss92FM. In the meantime, if you're just waking up, it is the 13th of February.
Kiss 92.
And we're back.
Yeah. All right. So we were speaking off air just now about how flat the Gold Coast area is when it comes to the marathon. Tell everyone a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so you start in Southport and then you run along the beach all the way up to Burleigh.
Okay.
So you sort of come back on yourself, which is nice. So super easy. I think there's a tiny little climb towards the end, but it's not a massive climb. And the great thing is there's kids standing on the side of the road handing out candy as you run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's people that actually drag their lounges out and sit on the sidewalk and cheer.
So is this by the beach?
It is.
It
so
is, okay.
if you think about Surfers Paradise, it's that main road by
nice.
the beach.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so super, super nice.
Okay, that'll make for a great run. But this week you're also going to be traveling, aren't you?
Yes, Ho Chi Minh, but for a launch of all the new ASICS gear, which will be
nice.
great, and then off to Tokyo with them for the Tokyo Marathon.
Oh, wow. So much
is
on
that,
the plate.
Is that hard? Have you done the Tokyo
I haven't,
Marathon?
and it's one of the world majors, so it's I'm lucky enough that they're sending me opportunity to do it. So they haven't had it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Obviously with COVID, and last year they didn't do it either. They just ran an elite race. So again, it's meant to be an amazing race, one of the world's best to do. So super excited.
Wow.
Is it run like the Boston Marathon? So it's like literally run through the city?
Yes. So you start and finish in a completely different place, actually, which is interesting. And they said they're literally for 42 Ks, there are people on the side of the street cheering you, which is, very Japanese, coming out to support
But
it.
what's it like running a race in a place that you've never been?
It's hard because you don't know how to judge distance a lot of times. It's great because it goes fast because you don't know where you're going, but it's also hard. You run around Marina Bay, you sort of know your pace. When you're running somewhere different, you don't know how to pace yourself and where you're going. So, you've really got to take note of where the kilometre markers are along the way.
Okay. Okay, so speaking of social media, working out and following moves that you see off social media, I'm guilty of that as well. I see a girl doing ab work. I'm like, okay, I need that. But I mean, I've been working out for a while as well, so I know how to keep myself safe. But what about for people who are just starting out working out?
Yeah, so there's pick the easy trends. So there's one that is taking TikTok by storm called the Hot Girl Walk.
Yeah. What is the hot girl?
Yeah,
It sounds like
girl
walk. Hot girl walk.
just like swaying your hips and stuff like that. No, can you do it?
Yeah. So it's basically based on three principles. Is that you're grateful for what you have, so you should be thinking about that as you walk. You set your intentions for the day, and then you just walk with some attitude and think about how hot you are. So,
Oh my God. So this is just a walk.
It's just a walk, and people are taping themselves and posting when they've done their walk for the day. So it's almost like this hot girl walk community that's
Oh my
taken
God,
TikTok
that's
by storm.
hilarious.
That's very cool.
So, okay, that's a safe thing to do. Walking is safe. Anyone can walk.
Yes.
What other trends are out there?
There's another one that's called 12-3-30. So it's 12 incline on the treadmill, 3 miles an hour, which is about 5 kilometres an hour for 30 minutes. So basically you're walking up a really steep hill. Great if you're used to walking up hills, but it can be dangerous because walking at that incline for most people, your stride changes. For 30 minutes is a long time.
It'll hurt my back as well.
Exactly. So, that's another trend that's gone crazy, but not necessarily a safe one. So maybe do it for a couple of minutes or build up to it and then build back down. But that's,
So you want to
good.
watch the incline.
Yes.
That's what it is.
So you're talking about a 12 incline here, right?
That's a lot of incline.
That's quite-
a lot of
Very
people are
steep.
holding on to the bars at 12
Right.
as well. So you're not even getting your normal arm swing.
It's almost like the incline of a slide.
Yes.
Right? Almost like right?
Yeah, but
It's quite-
on a treadmill,
on a
it's
moving
not too
treadmill.
bad. It is very steep.
It's very steep,
but it's doable.
It's doable, but 30 minutes can be a long time. So
Yeah.
try it, maybe start at 5 and then 8, then 12 and not
Build
do
it
it
up.
for 30 minutes.
Here's the question I have. 5, then 8, then 12. What's the time frame between each jump in time?
It's just how comfortable you're feeling, I think. If you're struggling and have to hold on at 5 incline, then you shouldn't go any higher. Maybe make it slower. Maybe you're not walking at 5 kilometres an hour. Maybe you're bringing it back a bit. But I think once you have to start really holding on to the treadmill, then it's too high.
Then it's too high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or just go and
Okay.
walk up Bukatima Hill.
Yeah.
Get outdoors, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But why is it necessary for most people when they run on a treadmill to put it on a little incline and not leave it flat? So usually, like for me, I'll put it at a 3 and then, maybe do a slow run on the treadmill.
So if you put it on 1, that's actually basically saying that's the normal flat outside. So a treadmill does angle slightly down. So if
I
you've got it
see.
on 0, it's almost like a tiny run downhill.
Oh, right.
So yeah, so
didn't know
1
that.
o'clock, one is
Flat.
the flat.
I see.
Yeah.
It's like
One
ground
is-
floor and
Yes.
first floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always thought it was already flat,
Yeah,
just
so-
naturally flat.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit on an incline. So
Yes.
that's the reason why.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
so set it at about 1, and then if you want to really finish strong, bring it back down to 0 at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something new we've learned. Okay, so what else have you seen out there?
So I don't know if you guys have seen this character lurking around, but the Liver King.
Yes,
Yes.
I've
Oh,
heard.
my goodness.
He's disgusting. I've never looked at his
I
page.
followed Liver King now for a year because when he first started out, I was fascinated. I'm like, is this for real? And he was a little funny as well.
He's disgusting.
Now he's taken it to another level.
Yeah.
And,
30
and,
seconds.
and he just got done for steroids.
Oh,
right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he
okay.
makes tens of millions of dollars from
Yeah.
his supplements.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should see this guy, man. My goodness, he eats like testicles and all that, or
So-
claims to eat.
So why are you highlighting him today?
I'm saying how bad he is.
Okay,
Don't, I'm
good,
saying
okay.
don't follow him.
Okay, let's bring that up again,
We'll
okay?
talk about it on
Okay,
air.
here we go.
We'll do a traffic soon. Stand by in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the TPE towards the PIE, right before the KPE exit, a vehicle has broken down. Also on the KJE towards the BKE, at the BKE PIE exit, same situation, a vehicle has stalled there. And on the PIE heading east towards the airport after the To Guan Road exit, an accident has been reported, and this is also causing quite a bit of congestion to Jurong Town Hall Road. Avoid lane 1 if you're along that stretch. And wherever you are today, stay safe.
All right, we're back on The Big Show and The Big Show TV. And in the studio with us today, Rockstar Arms Natalie Dow, who's a fitness influencer you can trust. She's also a fitness coach.
She's fitness guru.
She's a professional
Yeah,
professional marathoner.
yeah, she is a professional runner.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
ultra runner. Yes.
Ultra runner.
Yeah.
Ultra runner, okay?
What
Not
is
just
an
a marathon.
ultra runner?
What is an ultra runner?
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Anything
question.
more than a marathon,
Which means?
which means so generally 50 kilometres and above.
Oh
Right.
my gosh.
Holy
Yeah.
Because a marathon is
42.
42.195 kilometers.
Why the 195 though? Why can't it just
Well,
be 42
yeah, I know,
flat?
26.1 miles.
Oh,
I don't
is it?
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Huh. All right.
So anything more than 50. you're an
Basically, yes.
Ultra
Wow.
marathoner.
And you run that. I get tired driving that distance. Never
That's
mind running
nothing,
it.
okay? Ask Nat
She's
how
done-
far she's run.
What's your maximum?
It's like
My maximum so far is 160.
160?
Yes.
At one go?
Yes.
Would that be the Ironman?
No, that's just
No,
a
it's
it's just
more
a
than that.
100-mile run, and I've got a 200k run coming up in
What?
March.
Why would anyone do that? So wait. So take us through 160 kilometers. I mean, what happens? You don't rest at all.
No, and you, I guess to be able to last those distances, you've got to be able to eat and hydrate along the way. So I always say foot care and food
Yeah.
are key. So part of the training is learning to eat as you run. As well.
Because
What
that's
the-
got to be difficult.
So
Yeah.
it is. So I'm great at, shoving Nutella sandwiches down
Oh, yeah.
now as I run.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I run and I can have a Nutella
Yes,
sandwich.
yes.
Yummy.
Oh, this is good. I
You
got
wanna
to
run?
take up
Yeah,
running.
that's like having your cake and eating it too, right?
Yeah, but you have to run 200
It's
kilometers.
okay. I'll just run slowly. But, so how long does it take you for 160 kilometers?
Around just under 24 hours, sort of 20 hours. Yeah.
That's a
20
whole
hours.
day
Yeah.
running.
Oh, wow.
That's
We were talking about the Australian marathon just now. Gold Coast?
Yes.
You've done that before, I'm
Yes.
sure. What was your timing for that?
So that was my first ever marathon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, although that's the only marathon I've actually ever done. I just went straight to ultras. I did 3 hours 40.
okay. You're looking to beat that.
Yeah, it's hard. Once you've done longer, it's hard to go faster in a marathon now. So, but we'll see.
Why
Okay.
is that?
You just train yourself to go
Differently.
longer and slower, I
Yeah.
guess. So your
The
speed
pace.
work is a bit more limited than what it is with running a
Okay,
marathon.
okay.
Okay. So earlier on the Big Show TV, we were talking about the goods and bads of trends out there, and you mentioned someone called the Liver King. Tell us who the Liver King is. I mean, I've seen him on Instagram, and he's
Can't
quite
stand him.
gross.
He's a funny guy.
Are you still following him?
I'm still following him.
Ew,
gross.
Okay, tell us why he's so terrible.
He is terrible. So he based his whole following on the ancestor diet of basically eating
Raw stuff.
raw
stuff.
meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raw meat, raw bull's testicles and all that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I know. And, and then has this body that's obviously very buff and
Yeah.
huge and he's strong and he's sort of out in the jungle doing things. But based it on getting his body just from eating this raw meat.
Right.
So that's what he was telling his followers. And, meanwhile selling them millions and
Supplements?
millions of dollars
Of
worth
course.
of his own supplements.
Of course.
Always denied ever having any external help. But did recently get done for steroids.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what were the supplements? Were the supplements filled with raw meat as well? Because that's what he was trying to sell,
Yeah,
right?
I don't even know what they're filled with, but he makes tens of millions of dollars a year from selling these supplements. So basically it's just a big marketing ploy.
So,
Okay.
even choosing your supplements, you got to be very, very careful.
Of course.
Yeah, and we've always said this on the show with Nat. You know, what is it? If you can't pronounce it, you don't want to take it.
Exactly right. That's I think that's it. Yeah.
Because you've got all kinds of, pills out there and protein powders. And I think I read somewhere once there was a protein powder made from beef. So it was like it's like beef protein.
Ew.
Or something like that. Like now we consume like whey protein and there's
Plant protein as well.
pea protein.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit more natural.
Yeah.
I'm not saying beef is not, but just hearing
That a cow went into it?
no, hearing someone tell me, look, this beef protein powder is really good. I'm like, beef protein powder?
And I think the thing with protein powders, if you take it and it bloats you, you know that it's not the one for you. So a good protein powder should never have you feeling bloated.
Okay,
Right.
that's a good tip.
Okay.
So can you measure that beef protein powder? What flavor? Chocolate. Chocolate beef protein powder.
That's because the cow was brown.
You. All right, let's continue to talk to Nat on the Big Show TV. The time is 8:18.
Kiss 92 time check brought to you.
So what do we do when we're looking for things like protein powders, supplements and stuff like that? What do we look out for?
Yeah, I think the first thing is read the ingredients. Look for things like sugars, look for things that you can't pronounce.
Fillers.
Yes, exactly. And find something that's most natural that you can. So the least amount of ingredients, the better. And things that you could pronounce. You've got to learn to read a label. So if it is protein, what is the percentage of protein? What's the percentage
Yeah.
of sugar in there? Just have some baselines that you will accept. No protein powder or supplement is perfect, but know what you should accept and what you shouldn't.
So you
Yeah.
want something with a high amount of protein and a low amount of sugar, or no sugar at all?
Yes, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah.
You know how the government's done this whole grading A, B, C, D for beverages, right?
Nutrigrade,
They
yeah.
should start to do it for supplements, quite honestly.
I think it should be across
feel.
the board. Yeah.
I think it should be monitored more closely.
Yeah,
Because
for
you can
sure.
get anything
And
online
supplements
now.
aren't
Yeah.
regulated. They're
Yeah.
not
No.
they're not a medicine. So what goes in the packet can be very different than what's on the label.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And what's
Always
really
read
popular
the label.
these days is weight loss supplements, right?
Yeah, they're
And-
everywhere.
And for weight loss supplements, it's usually a huge amount of caffeine in it. And some people can't take so much caffeine. And then they fall ill as a result of that. They get heart palpitations. Some people get heart attacks even.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's very dangerous, especially these weight loss supplements. So
And you're right. If they're exercising after taking one of those, their heart rate's already elevated
Yes.
without them realizing why.
Yeah.
And you're sweating. That's great, but you can feel your heart racing through your chest.
And then you need
Exactly.
to know how to replace all that lost sweat as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And some people don't care, right? Because they just want to lose weight.
Yeah.
And so they don't care. They don't look at the ingredients.
No, they don't, because they're
they just take
desperate.
the pills.
Yeah, they're desperate for a little bit of help, and everyone wants to do it quickly, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about all the bad stuff that is out there. What about all the good stuff that's out there?
Yeah, I mean, another one that's on TikTok that I think it's not a very exciting one, but I think it's something everyone can do is the dead hang challenge.
Oh.
So basically just find a pull-up bar or go down to the park and hang from a bar
Why?
and start timing yourself. So dead hangs are one of the best exercises you can do, especially as you get older, because it works your grip strength, which is one of the first things that go as you get older.
Yeah.
It works your core, it works your back, it works your arms. So you don't have to be doing pull-ups, you just hang from
really?
a bar.
I
Just
need you to
hang.
explain this. How does it work, the core and the back?
Yeah,
I'm
Because-
just hanging.
Yeah, but not hanging like that.
Yeah.
So you're engaged your core.
But you have to engage your core. You
You
can't
have-
just
you
like hang
need to
loose.
engage
you
the core.
need
yeah.
to engage your
Right.
core. You need to engage your shoulder blades, and obviously your grip.
All
Okay.
right. Sean has a question for Nat.
Hi, Nat. Do you watch Physical 100?
Yes, I do.
So, like, there's a challenge in Physical 100, which is a reality show on
Korean,
Netflix.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Korean,
Yeah.
right? And it's similar to a dead hang. So they put the bars above the contestants, and everybody has to hang on the bar.
By their armpits.
They hang, yeah,
They
some
did?
of them climb
Yeah.
over the bar,
oh, right, okay.
strap it by the chest. Then the floor opens up into a boiling pool of water, but it's not boiling. I think.
It looks like there's smoke and all that coming out, right?
Yeah. So that's taken off as well on TikTok and on Instagram, and everybody's trying it in the gyms as well. So I think one of my friends says up to 6 minutes,
What?
Yeah.
Just hanging?
just hanging.
Wait,
Which is fantastic.
from her armpits or holding on?
True, on the she's like on the bar.
On the bar.
Yeah, they're all
but
doing
I
that.
think- yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
under the
Under-
arms.
But that's not the same as hanging,
No,
is
no,
it?
no,
Dead-
no.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think once you do a dead hang, then you can start thinking about doing like a reverse pull up. So pull yourself up and then come down slowly, or
Right,
you can
right,
start
right.
engage. So it's the first in getting your pull ups. But you can, like she's doing, you can train yourself very quickly to be able to last longer. And grip strength, if we fall, we grab hold of something, right?
Yeah,
so if we
yeah.
don't have strong grip strength,
Yeah.
then
That's very important
Yeah,
then.
absolutely. So it is one of the big tests that if you went to a great sports lab in the US or something, that's one thing they would definitely test you on is a dead hang.
That's the
Right.
first
We should
time I've
do
heard of-
this.
Yeah,
we should do
should.
this.
Hang,
Our Kiss
yeah.
92
just get a bar
fans should
there.
do this as well and send us your videos.
Yeah, absolutely. We can put a bar right there in front of an outdoor, no? Yes.
They were saying
Yeah,
it wasn't a great TikTok challenge to watch because you're just watching someone
because-
hang. So
yeah.
you've got to get the angle right, whether it's on someone's butt or whatever.
Flattering.
Because there's nothing happening, right?
Exactly.
Even if you time lapse it, it's just like someone hanging.
Okay, we'll get our Big Show social media team to
Yeah.
work on this. I think it
Yes.
should be fun.
For sure. So
First up, FD.
12 seconds.
You've got to
Not
start
bad.
somewhere.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
what else is out there?
Mouth taping
How,
when you
what?
sleep.
Oh, right. I've seen some
I've
people
seen
do
some of that.
Yeah, so people are taping their mouths so they breathe through their nose
Nose.
when they
Yep.
sleep. Number one, if you have sleep apnea, it's super dangerous because
Right.
you can't breathe.
You won't wake up.
No, you're going to,
Yeah.
great way to have a shave because you're ripping the
Yeah.
tape off in the morning.
Yeah.
But there's actually no benefit. So there's
So
no,
why are people doing
I know,
it? I mean,
there's
what-
no proven medical benefit. They've just seen the trend and think that that's something that they should do.
What I've seen a lot of, and I wanted to ask you about today, is there are a lot of yoga people out there who are doing chair yoga for older people.
Yes.
Does that actually work? Is that any good?
I mean, I think any stretching is good. So it's like doing a chair workout in your office.
Yeah.
And it's been around for quite a while
Yeah.
now. So people that have limited movement and need to hold something or aren't as flexible, it's a really great way to start and then, build on from there once they have the moves in place.
Because we've got a lot of people who listen to us, I'm sure, who are
Okay.
living with their elderly parents.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
And this would
for
be
sure.
a great idea to
Wait,
get
hold on.
there.
I mean, chair yoga may not necessarily be that easy. I mean, you okay. I
I've gotta
took some
be
yoga
honest,
classes
I
years
tried-
ago.
I tried it.
and there was chair yoga
Okay.
as one of the classes,
And?
right? And there were quite advanced movements actually.
Yeah.
For chair yoga,
Some
of
of
course. I
them
mean,
are.
because you're thinking about the chair, you just sit down and
No, it's not. I actually tried it. One of the ones I tried was 17 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
And you're tired at the end
Yeah,
of it.
you are. Yeah.
So it's just
You're
not
tired.
it's not just for old people.
No, it's not. And it's something you can do at your desk
Yeah.
as well, right? So you're not sweating so much. For a lot of people, it's just having something to lean on to support them that maybe their core's not as strong to hold them. So like you said, it doesn't have to be someone elderly. It's
Right.
just someone who, like me, I'm not very flexible at all. So Angel see me do yoga and those blocks, I'll have like 4 of them stacked up, whereas the person next to me doesn't need to use them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's sort of the same principle.
Right.
Stand by traffic. And we're back on air for our last stop.
We got some comments on Facebook as well.
Oh, nice.
Okay, last stop 7 net. In 3, 2.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Looks like there's quite a bit happening out there. On the PIE heading west towards Tuas before Upper Jurong Road, a vehicle has stalled. Also on the AYE towards the MCE before the Clementi Avenue 2 exit, another vehicle has broken down there. And finally on the KJE towards the BKE at the BKE PIE exit, a vehicle has broken down. Whatever you do, please be safe and WhatsApp us if you see anything. It's 8855 0920.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Natalie Dow, Rockstar Arms, and we've been talking about how people can get inspired from social media to work out. I mean, which is a good thing, but there's also a dark side to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't just follow everyone that you see, right? Because every time I'm on TikTok or Instagram and I see somebody who looks good and she's working out and all that, it always leads to downloading an app or buying a program of theirs.
Yeah.
Everything, you know,
Every
that says
time,
it's not just like I'm doing this just to let you know how to get in shape. It's I'm doing this because I want to make money off you. It doesn't matter what my credentials are.
Yeah.
So
and this is why we'll be having Nat with us every Monday, because we need a good person to guide
Absolutely.
us the right way. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you can ask Nat on Mondays.
Yeah. One of the questions that's come through on Facebook is Thea. She goes to the gym every day. She's currently 49 kilos. She wants to drop another 2 kilos. And she is asking, should a protein powder, because she's never used protein powder before, should a protein powder be part of that last journey towards the 47?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what she's eating and what she's doing. It's really, really hard to say what her
How
height
tall is she is,
and you know, how long she's got to lose the weight as well. So, you know, you need protein to build lean muscle mass. So maybe she's not getting enough protein in her diet. So then I would say, yes, add a protein powder. That may help it. But also she needs to look at the training that she's doing, if she's doing enough strength. Balancing that with cardio, and then her overall diet. So could she clean up her diet, you know, without thinking she's got to add something to it? Yeah.
And should the reason to lose weight also have a good reason behind it? Do you know what I mean? Like some people just want to lose weight because they want to wear smaller clothes. I don't know. It's not even for a health thing. I mean, should we have a good reason to losing weight?
Yeah, I think the first reason should always be to feel better, you know, so longevity and to feel better, to move better, to sleep better, to do all of those things. And, you know, I'm a big advocate. I can't remember the last time I stepped on scales. So it's about just, you know, do you feel good in your clothes? And if you do, then that's great. We all have ups and downs. Nothing's perfect. We're going to have great days. We're going to have days where we feel like crap and bloated.
Yeah.
But that's okay too. So, you know, be kind to yourself from that point of view. But you don't need to be obsessed with reaching a particular number.
Weight, yeah.
Unless
Right,
you're
yeah.
an MMA fighter who needs to make a weight class or something. I think just think about how you're feeling yourself.
And I think one thing that's important to remember, it's not you that needs to fit into the clothes, it's the clothes that need to fit you.
Right.
So if something's a little bit too small, buy something that's a little
But
bit
it's
bigger.
so funny.
Okay.
I think we're all different, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I only feel good, and I really feel good when I'm thinner.
Yes.
Like when I put on weight, right? I know when I'm a little heavier than I should be. I don't
think
feel
that's
good.
everyone
You don't feel
too.
good? Yeah, that's everyone.
I think
Yeah.
everyone's like that. You know, you feel, you know, you hit that weight and you think, this is the weight I feel good at, and if
Right.
it's always going to fluctuate.
Yeah.
But just, you know, as long as it's only that 1 or 2 kilos it fluctuates by, and there's not massive blowouts, and you can pull your head in and get back to that.
I'm just being honest, because, you know, these days I see a lot of, plus size people saying they feel really, really good, you know, and I'm thinking like, okay, I mean, it's good that you're feeling good, but I hope you're living a
Healthy on the
healthy
inside.
You're
life.
healthy as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
important. That's important to say. I know it's, these days, you know, I think twice before saying these
Politically
things. I don't want to
Yeah.
offend anybody, but I'm just being honest here.
Yeah. I've stopped
Yeah.
torturing myself trying to squeeze into a size 8. I've just, you know, resigned to the fact that I'm now a size 10, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine.
And as we get older, our body shape changes, so we're not 21 fitting into the jeans that we were then.
Yeah.
You know, things have moved from a male and a female point of view, so we have to adjust and have realistic expectations.
Yeah. I'm
Totally
a
agree.
34 now. I'm a 34. I want to get back to 28.
Oh, wow.
That's impossible.
That's a
Once
bit
upon a time.
much. That's a bit much.
Wow.
Anyway, thank you very much, Nat, for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thanks,
Awesome.
guys, and have a great week ahead.
You too.
You too.
It's the 13th of February.
Kiss 92 Day Check brought to you by
Okay, thank you so much, Nat.
Okay.
Thanks,
Woo.
Nat.
Thanks, guys.
Still live on Facebook.
Yes, we're gonna flash the question of the day, so you guys can give a read while we get BB in.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do that.
And the question of the day prize today is a 60-minute Tremella facial worth $320 from Adiva Spa.
Yes,
That
today we're
sounds
getting a
pretty
bit
cool.
geographical.
Oh,
with
you're
our
always
question.
geographical, though. What do you mean
Facials
today?
are nice. Facials are nice. Is this
Facials
for
are
both
always
men
nice.
and women?
I'm sure it doesn't specifically state a gender, so yeah.
Yeah, I
A
guess.
nice, relaxing
You
facial.
could give it a shot. Name the capital of the Bahamas. There you go.
Name the capital of the Bahamas, and you could walk away with that prize. Okay, it's a
Bahamarama.
60-minute tremolo facial worth $320 from Adiva Spa.
You learn something new every day. The
Oh,
capital of
absolutely.
I don't
Bahamas.
even
The
know
capital of the Bahamas.
Neither do I.
It is a beautiful place.
You're on your own. We're walking the beautiful Natalie Dow out right now.
Take care, Nat. We'll see you soon. All you need to do is give us your answer in the comments section of our Facebook page, okay? It's really, really
It's
easy.
okay, FD, I'm here with you.
I know. They've all...
The capital of the Bahamas,
The capital of the-
Nanarama.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, people have already got it right. It's crazy.
Oh, the way
Because
they...
they're Googling it.
Fastest
People have
Google
already
first.
got it right.
Hi, baby.
Hey,
we are
BB.
live. Come on in and
Come
everybody
on
can
in,
see your
sit down.
face.
Come on.
Selfie later, selfie later.
Yes, later,
Selfie-
later.
Oh,
selfie
we've got to
later.
take a picture with Nat.
I can tell.
Oh, wait, let's take a photo
Yeah,
with her.
go ahead.
Yes,
Yes,
anyone
yes,
on
we
the
can
Big
just
Show
shout
TV, you'll just have to wait.
You gotta.
still got
There
that
are
chance.
things that we have to do, okay? They're just things that we gotta do.
She's there first.
Till 9? Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Right, so where's my camera?
Yeah, right there.
I love that.
This is your camera. You're
Just came
so
out from,
good. You're
hair
so
makeup.
used to your like 5 crew team and
No more crew now after
No.
1 year.
No more crew.
Yeah, DIY.
oh dear, doing a pretty good job.
Not bad, not bad, not
I'm
bad.
going to turn that area there into a vanity room
For hair and makeup, yeah?
for all our guests.
Which area there?
Oh, green room, yeah.
Yeah.
Put a little mirror with lights and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. BB, you look perfect as always.
Always.
As always.
Thank you.
Can you
Can you
hear?
hear yourself?
Can you hear us?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Adjust the volume here. The volume is right there.
There. Okay.
Tried talking now. Can you hear us? Hello, hello. Yeah, better. Okay. Oh, poor thing. Nat couldn't hear us at all.
No way.
There must be.
Oh my goodness.
She had the headphones on the whole
Wait,
time.
so how
But
did she hear us
It
then?
seemed like she
Maybe
could
it
hear
was
us.
soft.
She might have switched it off at the end of her bit.
Why would she?
I don't know.
she
I have
she
no
doesn't
idea.
do this
We'll
every day.
ask
though.
Nat later.
Yeah, we will.
Did you switch off the headphones?
Okay. So you hear yourself loud and clear now? Okay.
She's
BB
like,
Chia.
she's like, y'all are too loud now.
No, we're too loud. Okay.
Okay, so today, BB, because this is the first time you're on the Big Show TV, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Bibi Chia, your Monday morning dietitian. Hello, everybody. Today's topic is about sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
The luxury topic, sleep.
The sleep, yes, yes.
Do we get enough of it? Is
I
that what it
did
is?
something the other day, about sleep, remember? I said it's been updated.
Yes, the amount of sleep, like babies to
Babies, yes, yes.
We
adults.
did it right here, right? On Kiss 92,
Yes,
right?
yes, we did.
Yes, I think
Yes,
so.
we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Yes, we
of
did.
course.
Yeah.
You can't remember.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I think I did it right here.
Okay,
You did.
okay.
Yeah, so it's all been updated. So,
number
hopefully,
of hours of
The
sleep
number of
you
hours
need.
babies need and then adults need.
hopefully
it
there
gets
was
less and less,
some
right?
truth in that article because you know what? I believe BB Chia.
Okay.
So I'm going to listen to BB.
Okay, so insomnia. It's a massive, massive problem everywhere in the world. Why do people suffer from insomnia?
I think there are multiple reasons, and a lot of people attribute that to stress. But I think from the patients I see, is that a lot of people have jet lag, like they're traveling in different time zones, and that's one of them. And the other thing might be screen time. Our body naturally produces melatonin when it turns dark, and every time your phone lights up and you look at it, your melatonin level just goes down. And so I think one of the key reasons why people don't sleep well could actually be screen time. So there's this thing called sleep hygiene. It's so strange, right?
Okay.
It's like cleaning up your sleep, your environment to allow better sleep.
So
Okay,
that also
I-
works for TVs as well, right? Like
Yeah.
keeping the TVs on late.
Yeah. I found that I started to eat earlier and earlier and earlier. So now I have my dinner no later than 6:30. Right? and I find I'm sleeping a hell of a lot better. If I have to go out to a party or something and I have dinner at 8, oh man, it throws my sleep off completely.
Yeah. Well,
Is that true as well?
Yes, yes. So one of the things is to regulate your eating hours. So there are people who will, I'm very sure people experience it, is that you go for a really nice, big, fat dinner late, and then you just feel really hot in the bed and you cannot sleep.
Yeah.
So how many hours before sleeping should we complete our meal?
Yeah.
Ideally 2 to 3 hours at least, and that comes from to prevent acid reflux, actually, from that perspective. But then again, it really depends. Some people take longer to digest. Typically from top to down, it's about 3 hours. So minimum 2 to 3 hours before bed.
And women take longer to digest, right? Because we have longer digestive tract.
Yes. So we take a little bit longer, or maybe we're probably more gentle with our digestion. So we would want to eat a little bit earlier. Then also some foods are stimulants, and we typically would tell patients that who are not sleeping well not to have caffeine after 1 p.m. But a lot of people will have a coffee at 3 or 4 o'clock, and that actually disrupts sleep.
So caffeine is bad.
For sleep.
It's a stimulant.
I've given up caffeine,
Really?
Yeah,
Well, he's
it's been
drinking
about a month
decaf now. He's
I
drinking
take decaf because I know decaf has a little bit of caffeine in there. So just to wean myself off caffeine.
Are you aiming
But
to
yesterday I had
stop?
Milo, man. I had Milo Kosong.
Okay.
Just before I played golf.
So you're
yesterday.
aiming to completely get off even decaf?
Yes.
Okay. What about tea?
Because I love the taste of coffee. That's the problem.
Yeah.
No, tea has caffeine.
Not if
Yeah,
you
tea
drink the
has
white,
caffeine.
not the white.
Oh, not the white teas, yeah,
tea.
not
Unless
white
it's
teas.
chamomile
Yeah.
or...
Yeah,
the
white
white
tea.
I wonder
still.
whether peppermint tea has caffeine or not.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
And in fact, it helps with digestion.
Yeah.
So I think for some people who tend to feel very bloated or gassy, after meals, they could actually drink some peppermint tea to ease with digestion, and it doesn't have any caffeine at all.
Actually, no, I have no problems with caffeine. No, I'm just giving it up.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I've been taking coffee my entire life, but I just feel
And
like
you started early, right? You said?
Oh, when I was
Like
7 years old, I was already drinking coffee already.
We're
But
going
I
back
feel
on air.
calmer.
Hang on.
Okay, we can talk about where did we leave off?
We were talking about caffeine. Oh, you mean
Before
on
that.
air?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah.
2, 1.
Usher featuring Pitbull, DJ got us fallen in love right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. Our guest for this morning is our principal dietitian, Bibi Chia.
Good morning, Bibi.
Good morning, everybody.
So today we're talking about the topic we're talking. Oh my goodness, I can't talk today. It's Monday.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a Monday.
It's fine.
Insomnia. Let's talk about insomnia. How bad is it, and why do people get it?
Well, at least 15% of Singaporeans suffer from insomnia, and is characterized by not having good sleep 3 times a week for at least a month. And so if you're suffering from, poor sleep, do reach out, because sleep is so important. That's how we rejuvenate, we de-stress. I think people are not getting enough sleep because of whether it's stress, or is it screen time, or jet lag. But these problems can always have a small solution or strategies to help you sleep better. So just now we were talking about caffeine. So one of the things that we tell patients is that no coffee or tea or anything caffeinated after 1 p.m. Reason because caffeine can have a half-life of up to 5 hours for some people. So you're talking about 10 hours to get it completely out from your system. So,
Wow, okay.
yeah.
Right.
1 p.m.
She's our principal dietitian. She will know.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing, though. A lot of parents, and this still happens because I've seen it with neighbors. You've got young kids, right? When they're babies, you give them milk, they go off to sleep. As they get bigger, you start to give them Milo, Horlicks, and these sort of drinks. And these are energy drinks. So doesn't this disrupt their sleep? Doesn't it? It's not good, right?
Too much sugar.
Yes, too much sugar. Our last meal should at least be 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours before bed.
sleeping?
Yeah, because we need time to digest. We want to prevent acid reflux, and so 2 to 3 hours at least. But a lot of us just eat and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a question on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching us. If you'd like to watch us, it's youtube.com/kiss92fm. Alfredo says that his wife is pregnant and has insomnia. Do you have any recommendations?
Yes, so during pregnancy, women sometimes suffer from frequent urination, actually, at night. So you might want to shift your water drinking to earlier part of the day than to meet your fluid requirements only just before bed. Then you have to wake up many, many times
Oh, that's a
to
good
go to
point.
the bathroom. But pregnancy is also a very, it's a precious time that, most women don't get enough sleep. It's always a little bit of backache and stuff like that. So I think it's good to find out what's making your sleep poor and then work from that. It could be just the extra cushion you need on your back.
She probably has a lot on her mind, like
That is true.
that D-Day.
I mean, it can
right?
be very uncomfortable for some women, but I mean, some women just breeze through it, right?
Yeah.
But you were talking about caffeine being a stimulant as well as these energy drinks like Milo and Horlicks and stuff like that. Anything else that might be a stimulant for people?
I think high-calorie meals just before bed is a stimulant. So I have patients who would eat like, prata or very high-calorie foods just before bed. It will interrupt your sleep. So plan your meals properly so that you don't go to bed with a full stomach.
Yeah. It's so funny we didn't get Bibi to introduce herself earlier
I
on
know.
because we're on a new station right now.
Completely forgot.
Kiss 92 fans, not all of them may have heard of Bibi. So very quickly, Bibi, just give us a little bit about yourself right now.
Hi, everybody. I'm a dietitian, principal dietitian at Raffles Medical Group, but also a food lover. And I have a very casual but yet helpful website and Instagram called Food Tales with Bibi, where you can find recipes, health tips. So I'm here every Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. with my favorite radio.
Oh,
Yes.
you're our favorite too.
And you know what? When Bibi comes on, she's sometimes virtual and she cooks up some meals. So if you wanna join us for some healthy cooking,
Wicked
she comes
meals.
on every Monday.
Yep, only the best contributors right here on Kiss 92 for the Kiss 92 fan.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the PIE towards the airport after To Guan Road's exit, an accident has been spotted. Quite a bit of backup if you're on that stretch. Avoid lane 1. Also on Yishun Avenue 1 towards Yishun Avenue 8, right after Seletar West Link. Another accident. Also avoid the right lane. And finally on the TPE towards the PIE before the KPE exit, another accident has been spotted. This is causing congestion to Pongal Road's exit. So quite a bit going on out there. If you spot anything else, you can WhatsApp us at 8855-0920.
Kiss 92 weather.
Okay, we've got thundery showers expected today. That's nothing new over many areas in the afternoon. It's been happening every day. A high temperature of 32 degrees Celsius.
Kiss 92 weather brought to you by
I like how FD has kept up with his routine of wearing a different hat every day.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a
attempting to do it for 30 days.
You know why?
Only 30 days? Okay.
You know why he's worn this cap today?
Did they
we
do
play
well?
Because it's a
Tonight.
Merseyside derby. 4 a.m. tomorrow
Yeah,
morning.
yeah, it's
okay,
tomorrow
it's
morning.
Everton versus Liverpool.
Okay, who's going to win?
I'm not
The
going
ball
to say.
is
I'm not
round,
going to say
right?
the ball is round.
I'm not going to say as well.
You know, Bibi, we were talking about how it takes like 3 to 4 hours. You should be eating 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. We've got a question on our Facebook page. Does spicy food affect that? Do you need longer if you're out and you've had a big spicy meal?
I think spice is, I think it depends on the individual. First of all, there are people who cannot tolerate spice at all, but there's some people who can eat like very high spice levels and they have no problem, digesting. So it's an individual thing. But a lot of spicy food actually comes with a lot of fat, a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
And so that could be the thing that's interfering with sleep rather than the spice.
Okay, so we've got diet, we've got screen time, making your room as dark as possible. What other solutions do you have for insomnia?
So there are people who might need just that extra help. So people who travel a lot and have jet lag could actually depend on a melatonin. So melatonin is a natural, something that naturally produced by the body as it turns dark. But as we get older, this is actually proven by studies. As we get older, we actually produce less melatonin.
I take melatonin every night these days, and it really helps me go into a nice deep sleep.
Is there a way for me to naturally get melatonin?
By keeping the room dark, right? That's what.
That's the only way.
You have no problem sleeping.
I'm just saying.
But some people have problems sleeping. That's why they have to take melatonin.
Yeah. So rather than take a pill, is there a natural source?
So I have spoken to some sleep doctors, and they studied how the light interferes with the melatonin production, and to the extent where even just a little flickering light from your aircon or your TV that interferes with your melatonin.
That's a bit extreme.
I've got a solution. Put an eye mask on, which is what I do these days. I've got an eye, ever since I started on the morning show, I've got an eye mask and only this year melatonin, and it really helps me.
That's such a girly thing to do.
Eye mask, but it helps. It completely, it's blackout.
If it gets you to get a decent night's sleep,
I don't wake up
and
at
these
night.
days, you don't even have to go out there and buy eye masks because a lot of us have extra face masks, right?
We can
Just
use
use
them now.
it. Just place it over the eyes, huh?
Yes.
But
I
now,
can see FD with cucumbers on.
cucumbers. That's very him. I have a valid question though. When it comes to melatonin, I mean, is all the melatonin available out there safe to consume?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are different dosages available. More doesn't mean better. So I've seen those that's up to 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams. Frankly, no studies have proven that the higher the dose, the better it is. In fact, it interrupts your sleep, so it makes you fall asleep faster.
Too deep.
Yes, and then you wake up after that. So so most of the studies that prove better sleep is at 3 milligrams. So at a lower dose, and there's some companies that make it slow release, meaning that it's slowly released into the body, so that you don't get this hit where you just want to sleep and then you
don't wake up,
and then you wake up actually in the middle of the night. So
20 seconds.
30 seconds.
Then we're back on air for our last topic.
Okay.
So more doesn't mean better.
Okay.
You can ask BB that question again.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then a few questions from our kids fans.
In
Okay.
3, 2.
That's Doja Cat for you on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. Need to know. It's Glenn Angel and the Flying Dutchman on The Big Show, brought to you by Caro. And our guest for this morning is the one and only Bibi Chia, our principal dietitian. Welcome, Bibi.
Thank you, everybody. Good morning.
So Bibi, we were talking about sleep and the need for melatonin. So when the sun goes down, body produces melatonin. As you get older, the body produces less. So we take supplements. My question is there anywhere in nature that I can get it rather than take a pill?
So you're right. So as we get older, our body produces less and less melatonin, to a point where people who study anti-aging or graceful aging is that supplementation of melatonin does help, and that more doesn't mean it's better. So 3 milligrams is what's mostly studied. 10 milligrams is not going to make you sleep better. In fact, people report interrupted sleep. So how are we going to get it naturally? Well, you really have to keep your room pretty dark, like dark. Studies have shown that even a small flickering light from your TV or your AC can interfere with melatonin production. So either you wear an eye mask or take a black tape and just tape all that
the lights.
the light circles.
For anyone who can't sleep, just a bowl of rice. You'll sleep right after that.
So a bad habit would be checking your mobile phone in the middle of the night as well, right?
I think that's the worst. And in fact, you can invest in little glasses that can block out the red lights. And it just looks like normal glasses. And I use that to scroll my phone before bed.
Is this the one with the little dots in it?
No.
No, it's not.
It looks like normal glasses, but it blocks out red light.
Not blue light.
A blue light or red light?
I think it's the blue light
It
from
could
your
be blue
phone.
light.
It's the
The
blue
blue
light
light,
from
I
your
think. I
phone.
think
Yeah,
it's blue light.
yeah.
Blue light.
Blue light. Yeah.
So it just looks like normal glasses, and I just walk around, in the house from 9 p.m. onwards.
Oh,
with these
really?
weird
Okay.
glasses.
Wow. Okay.
Really?
That's the first time I've heard that. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So glasses, eye mask, and melatonin. There you go. And no coffee after 1 o'clock.
I feel so sad for the people who have insomnia now.
Yeah,
It's so
it
hard
is-
for them to sleep. That must be
It's
extremely
awful.
stressful. If you
Yeah.
need to sleep early and wake up the next day and all, and you can't sleep, right?
Because
It's
you
so
wake
stressful.
up grumpy, because you haven't got enough hours of sleep. It's terrible.
Yeah, last Monday, last Sunday actually, I couldn't sleep because it was going to be our first show, right? So stress does affect one's
Sleep.
ability to sleep.
Absolutely. And I think now sleep is a luxury to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, you want to look deeply into it and say, oh, what can I do to make my sleep better? Because it's our only way to rejuvenate
Right.
and feel, brand new again the next day.
Okay, Bibi, thank you so much for joining us today. Unfortunately, we've got to leave it like this because we've got to do the news
Yeah,
in
we
just
do.
a while. Absolutely live. I think we're probably the only ones doing
I
the
think
news
so.
live.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just fantastic, isn't it?
Are we suckers for pain or what?
Yeah, I think so. We love it.
Oh, we
love it.
We absolutely love it. All right, Bibi, thank you so much. We'll see you next week, okay?
See you next week.
Our
Bye.
principal dietitian, Bibi Chia.
Go big or go home.